All right, so this is one more question related to Module 2. Nancy's ratio of marginal utility for coffee and lipstick is 3 to 1, while the price ratio of coffee to lipstick is 1.5 to 1. Which of the following statements is or are true? Um, I'll tell you there's a typo in this question, and that's what they mean to write here. I know from having seen the answer, is the next coffee drunk provides Nancy with 3 times the utility of the next tube of lipstick consumed or purchased, whatever. Um, so the question only makes sense if you think at the margin. And let's think about what we know here. This is a question about another question about optimality. We know the marginal rate of substitution of delta L. How many units of lipstick is she willing to give up for one? Oh, that's not supposed to be a M. That's supposed to be a C for coffee. Um, and we know that's equal to the marginal utility of coffee divided by the marginal utility of lipstick, and that is given as 3. We also know that at optimality, that's going to equal the price ratio px over py, and we see that's not the case, right? The price ratio is of I'm sorry, that's supposed to be let me fix that. The price ratio is not x and y, it's price ratio of coffee to the price ratio of, well, the price ratio of coffee to lipstick, PC over PL, that's equal to 1.5. That's given. So they're not equal. We're not at optimality. So what do we know about this? Well, let's just draw it because I started actually drawing the answer to this question on the last screencast by mistake. I don't know if you picked that up. And we were at a point like A where the marginal rate of substitution, the slope of the indifference curve, is greater than an absolute value, the slope of the budget line. So she's willing to give up 3 lipsticks for each coffee, and the market, that's her willingness to give up. The market only requires her to give up 1.5 tubes of lipstick per coffee. So the slope of the budget line is how many lipsticks per coffee you have to give up, according to the relative price ratio. So she's willing to pay more than she has to pay. So coffees are the bargain here. Lipstick, she's got too much lipstick on her hands, not enough coffee, and she'd be interested in giving up lipstick for coffee, so she can get to a point like what we called before was C. I guess that's a little bit ambiguous. We'll call it point D, being very creative. C was just taken. She could increase her satisfaction by giving up lipstick for coffee. So let's go to these statements and see which is true. Once I change it to be marginal, this first statement is true. She's the marginal utility of coffee divided in ratio to the marginal utility of lipstick is 3. That's given, and as long as we understand that this first statement refers to the marginal, that's true. Nancy could increase utility by decreasing her consumption of coffee. Okay, that's out. We just decided she needs to increase her consumption of coffee, so we can rule 2 out. And then 4, again, 4 has her decreasing coffee. That's out. Nancy could increase utility by decreasing her her lipstick consumption by 3 units and increasing her consumption of coffee by 2 units. Again, let's just assume that 3 to 1 ratio holds. So if she loses 3 units of lipstick, let's say she loses 3 utils for each well, let's say she loses one util per lipstick, so she'd be down 3 utils. By gaining three, 2 cups of coffee, and each cup of coffee is provides 3 times the utility that she gives up with in lipstick. So she'd have um, if each lipstick is 1, then each coffee would be 3. She'd be giving up 3 to get 6, and that's a good deal. Give up. So she'd be better off by reducing her lipstick consumption by 3 and increasing her coffee consumption by 2. And really all you needed to see is that only 3 fit the scenario of trading lipstick away for coffee. So it's 1 and 3, and of course again 1 needed to be edited better than our Launchpad exercises did.